friendship that we shared, she could tell that it was unbreakable. He couldn't be friends with me anymore, that he had to choose between me or her. Okay. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. And clearly I have a lot of story times to go through, because throughout my entire life I have documented in my diary all of the various dramatics and, you know, all the drama that has filled my life. I haven't recorded everything in my diary, but a lovely reminder of what went down between my best friend and his girlfriend. Definitely a trip down memory lane that I could have forgotten had I not written it down, because it's been so many years since this happened. But luckily I did, in fact, write it down. And so I'm going to tell you guys about what happened between my best friend and his girlfriend. This takes place in middle school, I would say. I don't know if 7th grade counts as middle school, but this all happened throughout middle school, I would say early high school, pre-high school, whatever. Because I genuinely consider high school as 9th graders and up, or 10th graders. I don't remember. It's been a while, okay? I'm getting old. But this was back in the day, and him and I had been friends. I'll go ahead and name him, because I will most likely have more stories about this guy, because he was a huge influence in my life. So let's call him Michael. So, oh, I gotta write that down. And Michael, here we go. Okay, so Michael is my best friend since elementary. Him and I first bonded over Supernatural, and if you know what I'm talking about, then you know. If you know, you just know. I'm just kidding. So, Supernatural is my all-time favorite, absolute favorite show in the world. Oh my gosh. No, actually, I have known him since 4th grade. Yeah, since 4th grade, I've known this guy. But anyways, that just reminded me, because Supernatural has been playing since I was in 6th grade. Like, what? Okay, I'm not gonna say how old I am, because, I mean, yeah. But that's been minimum a decade. Okay? So you can do the math there, but so him and I first bonded over Supernatural. We loved this show, and instantly we were best friends. This was my guy best friend. This was my go-to man. He was my everything. So as we started getting older, he started to develop feelings, and then I wasn't there yet. I was boy crazy when I was younger. I think even throughout my life, I was boy crazy. I would go from one guy to another, and these are just crushes. I never actually dated any of them. Sure, we would have little crushes and stuff, but I never actually dated, because I was not allowed to date. Growing up in a very strict Catholic home, I was not allowed to date until I was 16, I think. But even then, it was, even when the day came that I turned 15, 16, they were still like, no, shut that down. It's not happening. Don't even go there. So, I mean, I wasn't really allowed to have a boyfriend traditionally, so there goes that. And I don't remember how he professed his love to me, and then we kind of just, we were at an uneven ground of him liking me and me just boy crazy all over town. Just, oh, I like him, he's cute, this, that, just boy crazy. And he eventually, I wouldn't say that he got over me, but he started dating someone. And I'm not gonna name her because I don't think that she's in very many of my stories. I think there were only a few encounters with her that are worth mentioning, so I'm not gonna bother with a name. So his girlfriend had this sort of jealousy towards me. I don't know for a fact that she knew about his feelings for me or that he had liked me. I'm sure it came up eventually because of how long they dated. They dated for about 3 years. And that's huge for middle school. Like, that is a committed relationship. You are married at that point. 3 years is a long ass time to be dating in middle school. So, that being said, it probably came up once or twice about his feelings towards me. The thing is, I started developing feelings as he was in a relationship with her. And it wasn't because he was in a relationship, but it was because I was starting to kind of simmer down and stop like going back and forth with all of these different guys. Like, oh, I like him. So I think this is around the time that I started to simmer down, and I think that's when I truly realized and I noticed that this guy has been there for me since day one. He's been there through the heartbreaks, he's been through the good times, the bad times, he's been through it all with me. But he has a girlfriend. I would never go there. And it just, I kept myself in check because I didn't want to disrespect her. I didn't want to disrespect their relationship. When someone is in a relationship, you have to respect that. You can't let your feelings, your situation get in the way because it's not fair. It's not fair to them. So I didn't say anything to him about my feelings towards him, about how I had all of a sudden realized, hey, this guy, he's a good guy. He is one of the good ones. What were you thinking? And I think that this girl, his girlfriend specifically, was just jealous of the relationship that we had, the friendship that we shared. She could tell that it was unbreakable. And when you're the girlfriend, that's a very intimidating thing. And I completely understand. I understand that. And I realize that now. I would have handled things differently now than what I did back then. With this knowledge of this specific situation. Because I didn't know why she was so threatened by me. I didn't understand why she didn't want me to be his friend. She didn't want me to be around him. And it's very detrimental to a relationship when there's someone there. I understand. But at the time, I had never been in a relationship, so I had no idea what was going on, like why she was trying to take my best friend away from me. So she was really good friends with my best friend. Well, one of my best friends, because I don't know if they want me to say their name or not, but I'll have to ask them. My two best friends who have been through everything with me and have put up with a lot of my ish. And they're just wonderful. But anyways. So she was best friends with one, well, not best friends. I don't want to say that. But she was really good friends with one of my best friends. And my best friend told me that she had told Michael that he couldn't be friends with me anymore, that he had to choose between me or her, that this was no longer acceptable, this was not going to be tolerated in their relationship, because he had feelings for me and he needed to move on. So he needed to stop talking to me. And as soon as she told me this, I wanted to break down, because I mean, I'm getting a little emotional, and that's just because of everything that happened, but I'm not gonna cry. So I just got really emotional because this girl was breaking my heart. I hadn't done anything to her. I kept my feelings in check. I kept my own self in check. I respected her and I respected him. And I knew that they were in a relationship. I was not going to do anything. I was not flirting with him in any kind of way, but she just did not like the relationship that we had. And I tried, I can genuinely say that I tried to tone it down when she was around. But then it would just be weird. So as soon as she came to hang out with him and she was all over him, I kind of had to take a step back and let her kind of take him away from me. And I mean, that was hard enough to do because of my feelings for him and how she would kind of kiss him and then look at me. You guys know what I'm talking about. At least, I hope you don't, but when it's kind of just rubbing it in your face, like he's mine, not yours. And I thought that was completely unnecessary. Like, I'm not fighting for him. I understand that we both had feelings for each other, but we're not gonna act on them. We're not gonna do anything. I guarantee it. But after I found out that she basically wanted me out of the picture, and I'm just pacing outside because I need fresh air. I need to calm down before, and she's ready to fight. We are straight up on school grounds, ready to throw down.